The new permanent manager of Manchester United, Erik Ten Hag, formerly of Ajax, has made really a tough order to the board of Manchester United. I want Jong at United this week. He wants to go to the preseason with Jong, especially the tour, leave alone the training that has started at Carrington yesterday. And today he has arrived at close to 8 a.m. in there to train with the available United superstars, all footballers. He has asked the board, go and get me Jong now. This week, we want him at Manchester United. We have lengthy talks about Jong. We are talking about a player who goes by the name of Harry Maguire being snapped by Barcelona, and Barcelona is coming out and saying, no, we are not so much interested in Harry Maguire. We only want you guys to get us money to get in Jong. Then Andreas Pereira from Manchester United to Fulham has really matured, and it's rumored that United have given Fulham a way ahead to go on and really talk to the player. Then there is another team that is interested in him, known as Fenerbahce, no bid made yet. And lastly, there is Malaysia. You know very well that Fabrizio Romano came out yesterday and said the deal is done and dusted, but not really. There are bits of this deal that have really laid it to really lag back. It has lagged back, and everything is really where it is. And as it stands right now, the lead is off the pen, and United can really go ahead and sign this player that Erik Ten Hag wanted to go in and really be an understudy of Luke Shaw, maybe even take over the left back position of Manchester United. Welcome to this channel. It's the United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're watching us for the very first time, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel in there. Let's start off with a very big story. Sorry, it's not big for Manchester United, but to me I really regard it as a big one, because finally United is making a sale. Do you know what it takes United to make a sale? If you've been following United for the past 10 years, selling players has always been a problem. Even recruiting players has already been a problem. Then you have to celebrate this, that United failed to sell Andreas Pereira to Flamengo because Flamengo wanted to give United 5 million euros and United were calling in for 10 million euros. And guess what? United have finally gotten what they want, and it has been reported by Sami Mokbo, a chief football reporter for Daily Mail. He said Fulham have made an initial bid of 8.6 offer to Andreas Pereira, raising to 11 million pounds. Now it is up to Pereira if he wants to join a side which goes by the name of Fulham in there for you. What a very good story. And even Fabrizio Romano came out and confirmed that Fulham have submitted an official proposal for Andreas Pereira. 10 million euros guaranteed plus add-ons. Man United are prepared to accept, but still waiting for Pereira's final decision. And you see what that means. He says Man United, but still waiting for Pereira. So if it's all about Pereira to decide, because in kind of deals, when there are very many teams that are interested in a player, the player has to come in and really indicate that, all right, I want to go and play that side. But I believe if at all Flamengo can come out and raise the money, he would very much want to go back to Brazil and play for Flamengo. But I don't really they can really meet this, because 10 million euros, oh my God, they cannot meet it, because they said they're even planning to go in and really make an offer of 5 million euros. That means they cannot really reach the valuation of a player who goes, of a team which goes by the of Manchester United. But it's really a very good business done by Manchester United. They've stick to their oaths, though in the recent seasons, that of Jesse Lingard never paid off, because they told Newcastle, if at all you want Jesse Lingard, get us 20 million pounds in January, and they said, no way, we can get you that amount of money in there for you. Then later, we have Rob Dawson coming in and saying Man United have given Fulham manager Marco Silva permission to speak to Andreas Pereira, and he has been impressed with the plans that were laid out. So that means Marco Silva is so much interested in Andreas Pereira, and he has been in contact with him and told him that, please, we're back in the Premier League, can you please play for us? And it would be very good to see to it that Andreas Pereira comes back to the Premier League and play, because to me I really believe there is a talent in him, and what costed him were the coaches that we had that couldn't improve him in his position, because when he went to Valencia on a loan, he really played very well in there for you. Now Rob Dawson went ahead to say that Fulham have made a bid of 10 million euros for Pereira. Erik Ten Hag has told Pereira he would like to assess him during preseason, but player is keen for regular first team football and will have to decide whether he's more likely to get it at Fulham. Obviously, Andreas Pereira is going to go in, is going to go out at Fulham. Erik Ten Hag sees a player in Pereira. Trust me, I also know there is a player in Pereira, but at the point where we are, we need to sell players to get into money. In a position where Andres Pereira plays, there are very many players that really do it better than him. Danny Van Beek, Bruno Fernandes, and even Hannibal has proven that he can really go ahead and do better services than Andreas Pereira. And secondly, when you look at United, it looks like they are looking in for another player to sign on a free, that is Eriksson, who 100% plays into that position and plays better than Andreas Pereira. And Andreas Pereira says, no, I'm not going to wait for you guys. I'm going to go to Fulham to see to it that I assess my position where I can go in and play in there. That is Andreas Pereira for you at Manchester United. Now, Rob Dawson, ESPN correspondent for Manchester United correspondent for ESPN. Fenerbahce have also registered an interest but yet to make an offer. That means they are late because United have given Mark Silva a go-ahead to talk to Andreas Pereira. That means they have gone ahead to agree a deal in there for you. So to me, I really believe that I should go in and really send kudos to the agent of Andreas Pereira, because the main role of an agent is to go in to look for suitors or admirers of the player. He took him to Brazil. He played very well with Flamengo. Now he has attracted attention from very many other clubs in there for you. Fulham, Fenerbahce, and Flamengo also is still in need of his services, but the problem is they cannot meet the evaluation of Manchester United, which amounts to £10 million in there for you. So that's the story that we had today in there for you, and let's get into this Erik Ten Hag story as reported by Samuel Lucas, a Manchester United correspondent for Manchester Evening News. Erik Ten Hag has arrived at Carrington for the first day of pre-season training at 8 a.m. around 2 hours before Man United's non-internationals are due to report. That means he reported 2 hours early enough there for you. That's good to see it that he's really loving the job. But reports coming in from Manchester United indicate that even yesterday, players trained with Erik Ten Hag, because Erik Ten Hag reported for duty yesterday, and he reported for training and really told the groundsmen at Carrington to trim the grass to, is it 15 millimeters? Yes, that he wants it at that level, and he is setting everything. And today we might see photos of players at Manchester United training, but you expect players like Marcus Rashford, Anton Martial, Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, who else? Scott McTominay. I think Fred is going to take some time because he was with Brazil. He had really some international calls and duties that he was attending to. Elanga, but Elanga played in the internationals. Will he show up? So those are players we expect to be at Manchester United, and more will go on and be unveiled in the photos by the Manchester United website in there for you. But the gist of the story is here. Erik Ten Hag wants Manchester United to have signed midfielder Frankie de Jong by the end of this week. Both clubs expect the deal to be completed before Thursday. This is where the gist of the matter is. He has ordered them, get me a player who goes by the names of Frankie de Jong before the end of this week. That's what he's really saying. And let's see the reason as to why he wants him in there for you. Ten Hag understands the way de Jong plays and knows he would be a perfect for the plans he has for his time at Manchester United. There is a feeling if de Jong is not part of the package, the new manager will be operating from a weaker position than wanted. Each and every time I really read stories of Ten Hag ordering United not to complete any signing before bringing de Jong and confirming to them that without de Jong, my project is not going to be ideal as I want it, it shows you that he has come in here with what we call a big stand. No one can really look into his eyes. He looks in the board of his eye, he looks in the eyes of the board members and tells them, please, this is what I want. For the United, I know, if at all it was another manager, they would have already gone and brought in other players. But Ten Hag told them, no, No, this is the player I want. And it's rumored, it was confirmed by Samuel Lucas on his return from holiday that United had really made its own scouting of players, the Richardsons, Declan Rice, and very many others, Calvin Phillips. When Ten Hag came in and they gave him that list of them, no, I don't want that list. I don't want those players. This is my list. I want these players. And that's why he's planning for Frankie de Jong to come in at Manchester United before this week ends. And he says that in the preseason, he will use it to really gate and build the team around Frankie de Jong, because Frankie de Jong is a reference player, press resistant, set of skills with him. He has a long and short pass with him. By the way, if you never watched Prime Paul Scholes, watch Frankie de Jong. That's Frankie de Jong and Paul Scholes, no difference according to me, because the only thing that Paul Scholes did better was that he was a good tackler, he was aggressive, and he had a heavy shot on him outside the Tina's box area, you get? But de Jong, outside the Tina's box area, does not really release a shot. He really just sends a color to the goal of the opponent. I think those are the only three things that de Jong differs from Paul Scholes. But Paul Scholes was really more like a de Jong. Long pass, short pass, being a reference to his fellow players on the pitch or the field of play. That is de Jong for you in here onto this channel. If at all you never watched Paul Scholes, watch de Jong. Samuel Lucas has really gone ahead to say that Man United and Barcelona are hopeful of reaching an agreement for the transfer of Frankie de Jong as he prepares to return from holiday this week. So, you know that every player who was involved into the international duties with his team, either in the international friendlies, UEFA Nations League, African Cup of Nations, World Cup qualifiers in there for you, he is going to be given 1 week up front than those players that never took part into the international duties. You get? So, next week, he's supposed to return to Barcelona. And United and Barcelona want Frankie de Jong to be knowing his destination before the end of this week. Such that next week he prepares for his next destination. If it's Manchester United, he knows that I really want to go in, get myself a house, and so on and so forth. Spanish sources say Barcelona coach Xavi has explained the situation to de Jong, who was initially reluctant to leave his dream club, but Ten Hag has assuaged his concerns about joining in there for you. So Xavi has explained to de Jong, I really want you to be here, but the financial situation does not really allow us to be here. But even if de Jong had stayed at Barcelona, no space for him. No space for him to play. Trust me, every match is good, but you cannot be better at Barcelona than the players from the La Masia. That's out. That's out. You can't be better than them. Pedri, Busquets, and Gavi, Ansu Fati, Nicole, those 5 players, and they've come in at a right time. It's like Barcelona are reflecting back the days of Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Pedro, Busquets, Gerard Piqué, Thiago Alcantara. You remember those days when they brought in like 6-7 players from the La Masia and they're really performing very well. That's what Barcelona are all like. And when they have players from the La Masia, the rest don't have right to speak. It happened to Samuel Eto'o. It happened to Ronaldinho. And Ronaldinho's case was so special because by the time he was one of the best players in the world. And when Messi came in through and they noticed that he would really block Messi's explosion into the football world, they had to sell him off. Samuel Eto'o, when he was leading that line and they saw that he was really shadowing Messi, they took him off and they let the La Masia take over. So Pedri just has to know that, however much at the age of 4 he was supporting Barcelona, and I saw a photo of him really donning that Barcelona shirt way back, he is not loved at Barcelona because they now have the La Masias. That's why they want to get £75 million from him that they bought him from Ajax. He should know it. It's vivid. It's vivid. And him staying at Barcelona is a fiasco. It's a fiasco. It might be diabolical to to the Jong that he wants to stay, but they don't want you. They don't want you. Go to where you're wanted, and Erik Ten Hag, your boss, has really talked to you and told you that you are going to be the face of my side. Fabrizio Romano has also come out and said, via quote offside, Man United are focused on Frankie de Jong and are in direct talks with Barcelona, but they are also negotiating for other players in there for you. So United, de Jong, first priority, and for the it will really be so much annoying if at all this deal doesn't come to happening. Because yesterday I read a story from Gerard Romero who really broke the story of De Jong to Manchester United that is 95% done way back at the beginning of May. He was saying that Barcelona had offered De Jong to Man City. And I think they knew that it would have been something easy because they really had a player that Barcelona wanted in the names of Bernardo Silva, and Man City would go in for De Jong, but it looks like the manager of Man City, Pep Guardiola, is looking to get in a different kind of player. That's why he's brought in Calvin Phillips to replace Gundogan and Fernandinho. I really look at him as the realistic replacement of Fernandinho. But what of Gundogan? Because Gundogan has been part of this squad for so long, and who is he eyeing at to bring in the midfield? But remember, even Zinchenko, who was a midfielder and turned into a left back, says, I don't want to play left back again. That's why Man City are going for Cucurella. So would it be the reason as to why they are not getting a replacement for Edu for this other guy, the German international, who really scored 2 goals in the final game of the Premier League that really gave Man City a win? He came in from Borussia Dortmund. I just even said his name. How am I forgetful like this? Remind me that guy. I think Zinchenko is going to be pulled into the midfield and Cucurella is going to go on and play on the left back. You get? So I think they've gotten a replacement for Fernandinho in there for you, and they offered him to Man City, and Man City said no. That is Gerard Romero in there for you. Now we go into this story that has really caught my attention and said, all right, is this really true? A source from Barcelona known as San Martin B, North best football writer for the Sun newspaper. All tweets are my own, don't necessarily represent my views of my employer. He said, Man United have rejected Barcelona's attempt to land Harry Maguire as part of the deal to bring Frankie de Jong to Old Trafford. I really knew that this is a lie. This is a lie. Why? Let me count you the central defenders that Barcelona is having. Garcia, Gerard Piqué, Aloho, they've brought in Christiansen. Those are 4. And therefore, there is even another one. They have close to 5 central defenders. You get? That they really believe can do the job and get the job done. That's why they're really getting themselves off Umtiti. They want Umtiti off the pitch, off their squad. And when I read this story, I said, this is not a good story for Manchester United and Barcelona. It's just a Maguire agent trying to come out in the news to plant himself that he's also very crucial to Manchester United. That however much you fans of Manchester United don't like me, but there are other teams that are really wanting me. You get? And by putting it out, it is a double-edged. It looks like Barcelona is interested in him and United also interested in him, because they say Barcelona wanted Maguire. They really put his name in the discussion of De Jong to cross, and Man United said no. It's an information to you, the people in there that don't really reason a lot, that Harry Maguire is seen as a priority at Manchester United, because it was rumored that United are looking for a central defender in the names of Julian Timber because of Harry Maguire. You get the science, you add the dots. So this story, I think, was put out by the news team of Harry Maguire to go on and really show people that, all right, if you thought that United doesn't want me, why didn't they include me into the deal of De Jong? That's what they're trying to insinuate. But thank God, this morning, a source from Barcelona has really come out and said, FC Barcelona have no interest in signing Harry Maguire. I really knew it, because the best aspect he has is a ball passing centre back. But Barcelona has many of those. Garcia does it, Gerard Piqué does it, Rojo does it. You get Christensen is good at it. So, and in the rest of the aspects, they are better than him. And Barcelona plays the high line. It plays the high line. They play high line. And Maguire is as slow as a snail, as a tortoise. You get, there is no way they can be interested in him, you get, when they're into all these problems. If they're so much interested in him, then this deal would have already been done, because they would have offered him. Trust me, Erik Ten Hag can include Harry Maguire into a deal to bring De Jong at Manchester United, because you will know that I go in and get another defender. He can. He can. That's why Erik Ten Hag is looking for another central defender, because Harry Maguire is not good enough. He believes that in Lindelof and Varane, there are two good defenders in them. And for Harry Maguire, I'm going to bring in a player who is really going to put him into a level of either deputizing the player that I've brought in, or really uplift the talent of Maguire to blossom and really claim back his seat or his crown at Manchester United in there. So that story was being put out by the to me, I will believe that it's the team of Harry Maguire that was putting it out. Do you remember the stories about Marcus Rashford? That, remember when towards the end of the season that Arsenal are interested in Marcus Rashford, Barcelona, because Rashford wants a new contract at Manchester United. That's why they put out such stories, you get? And they are good at that, but not good on the field of play. I really want a player to come in and complain when he's good on the field of play, and then he puts out such a story. But why do they always put out such stories when they are really performing bad on the field of play? All right, so I think I've really cleared the lights and I've painted the wall back to its original color. I've really taken the lead of the pen, and I think you guys are now knowing the reason as to why this was happening in there for you. Terrell Malassia's switch from Feyenoord to Olympic Lyon is not yet complete. Feyenoord want a guaranteed minimum amount of about 15 million euros. Manchester United are also interested and have not yet made a bid yet. This is Telegraph. He's the Telegraph in there for you, and I think it comes from Norway, if I'm not mistaken, in there for you, and via Vote Premier in there for you. So they say that this deal is still lagging and the money is making it lag. But Fabrizio Romano came out yesterday and said the deal is done, and here we go. Malassia is going to do medicals in Lyon, that is France. But this gives United a second chance, because 15 million euros is little. United is selling off Andreas Pereira. Can they really get that money to bring in a left back? To me, I really believe that one of the signings United will make last is a left back and a right back. They are not so much sentimental to the build-up of Erik Ten Hag. Erik Ten Hag knows that I need a central midfielder. You get two central midfielders to act into that role. One as a defensive, one with very many defensive attributes, and then a De Jong. And Anthony, you get? Then after all that, a central defender. Those are 4 signings. Now that really puts the right back and the left back to the 5th and 6th signings. So I will believe that that's what United is really going to go on and do in there. But Malassia is still up on the ladder, and we wait and see where this is really going to let us know and take us. This is Rokani David, and this is the United Matters channel. United Matters channel, and we are really bringing you the news as it really happens all over the world. Smash the like button, comment and share. Your reactions to all the stories we've talked about are welcome into the comment section below. Malassia's deal still on. It's lagging, and United can go in and really get use of or exploit this chance that they are having in there for you, because they had lost him in there for you. De Jong to Manchester United. Erik Ten Hag has ordered the board. I want him at United this week. Andreas Pereira going to a side which goes by the name of Fulham, a £10 million fee, plus it's £8 million and £2 million of add-ons. In total, it's close to £11 million deal in there. And Harry Maguire trying to put a story out in the news as he's really enjoying his honeymoon, and we are here to beat it that that is not happening, and the source from Barcelona said, no, that's a total and typical lie. I sign out for now. May the Almighty God protect you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later. Today we are stretching to 3 videos. A second video is coming up 3 hours from now, and the last one will come out later in the night. I'm out.